I'm a hot mess today. Jeez. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I thought I would do a quick video today about how we do short trips, just me and the kids. A lot of times we will have longer weekend type visits to my in-laws that live about 2 to 2.5 hours away. Sometimes we'll leave like on a Friday evening, come back on a Sunday evening kind of a thing. In this particular case, Nova has a couple of doctor's appointments coming up in Fort Worth, and it's about a 2-hour drive for us, and these are early morning appointments. So what we're gonna do is me and the kids are gonna pack up. It's the middle of the week. We're gonna go to my in-laws who only live about 30 minutes away and stay overnight with them. That way I can get the early morning appointments done. They can watch the other girls with me, kind of have some time with the grandbabies, and then we'll go see some other family before we come home. But when you got 3 little ones and you're a pumping mom or nursing mom and you got a lot of stuff going on, there are some logistics to traveling, even if it's just an overnight trip or a weekend trip. When you got to do it all by yourself, I've got a couple of little tips and tricks because we do this every so often. So stay tuned. Alright, so first things first, whenever it comes to packing, we try and do it real efficiently. Even just for an overnight trip, because I hate getting there and clothes being everywhere and no one can find when they need to. I've got early morning doctor's appointments to make. I've got my in-laws that are going to be watching and probably dressing the other girls in the morning. So I want to make everything as easy and efficient as possible. Also, I hate hauling stuff all over the place, bunch of bags and stuff. So I am here to introduce you to packing cubes. If you don't know what they are, I'm about to tell you. They are amazing. I've been using them for a little while now, and I am totally going to be getting more pretty soon. But for right now, I kind of use these. I got these from a subscription box, actually, kind of as a sample, but I really love them. And so I got one that is a small, a medium, and what they're calling a large. So in this particular case, it's me and the 3 girls. So I've got all of my stuff. Again, this is just overnight, so I've got, not a whole lot of stuff. All of my stuff is in the larger bag. The medium-sized bag, I've got both Celeste and Aurora. All of their stuff is in this one. I've got socks and underwear and stuff in this back pocket. And then Nova, she kind of takes more stuff. We go through a few outfits with her because she spits up so much. And so she's got all of her stuff in this one. In the back, I've got some bandana bibs and headbands and stuff like that. And then all of our bathroom stuff is in this bag. I'll kind of open this up later and show you how we organize this. I love this type of bag, though. Anyway, it's all very organized, and it's all going to fit in this overnight bag. And then that way, whenever we get there, I can literally lay everything out just like this. The girls know exactly which one to get into, so they're not getting into the whole bag and tearing everything out, getting everything mixed up. And it just makes it so much easier, even just for one overnight trip or a weekend or whatever. But whenever we do a longer trip, I'll kind of go more into detail about packing. And then over here, I've got the girls' clothes for in the morning, so we can get going real efficiently. Oh my gosh, guys, so I totally forgot. I'm packing and I'm doing laundry and I'm doing all this stuff today. I completely forgot that I actually have to take a bunch of stuff over to a friend's house because she is throwing a yard sale the next 2 days. Since I won't be here tomorrow or the next day, she's just going to be helping me sell my stuff at her yard sale, but I have to finish pricing it and getting it all over there like really, really soon. So we got to do that first. Alright, so we successfully got our stuff dropped off and some last minute things priced and sorted, and it is now 6 o'clock. I'm super tired, so I think we're gonna go grab some burgers for dinner because that's just gonna have to happen. Okay, so I thought I would show you this bathroom bag that I was talking about. I love this kind of bag. I got this specific one at Walmart. I have found them at Target, and you can definitely find them online, on Amazon and things like that. But just really quickly, let me explain why I love this one so much. So it has all these compartments on the top that fit all my makeup that I'm going to need. I'll take some of this out. It has this bag that comes with it. These are my makeup brushes. It has this bag that comes with it that I have all of my shampoo, conditioner, all that kind of stuff in, all my bathroom stuff, deodorant, all of that. Extra lotions and whatnot, some kid shampoo. These are another thing that I love. These are actually Ziploc brand. But what they are is just these plastic bags, the little zipper type bags. They're a lot thicker and they're meant to be reusable than regular Ziploc bags. But they work fantastic for the kids' stuff. And I just write each kid's name on there. Nova also has one, but for this overnight trip, she isn't really going to need anything. And it's just got all of our, toothpaste and toothbrushes and hair stuff and whatnot. And it just works really well for the kids, so they can grab their own one that they had already picked out. And again, the whole bag isn't gotten into. They're not messing with anyone else's stuff. It works really well. Has an extra compartment here for wipes and things. This one also came with a laundry bag, which is pretty helpful on short trips. And anyway, the whole thing folds down, zips together. It's very compact. It has some other pockets here and then also on the front of the bag. And it just works really well for all of our stuff in one compact bag. And it hangs up. It's super handy. Really quickly, I thought I would share this one little thing about baby baths when you're on the go, when you're traveling. Normally when Chris and I go somewhere together, we don't worry about taking any sort of baby bath situation with us because one of us will just get in the shower with the baby and hand him off. Our kids like showers, so it's not that big of a deal. If, however, I am by myself or we're on a much longer trip, what we'll do is take one of these. I was going to show you. This is a really inexpensive option for traveling. This little guy is a summer brand, and this is a collapsible little baby bath that is definitely for smaller babies, but this is a really soft mesh. Hang on, baby. And what you do is you just kind of unlatch it from the sides, bring it to the middle, and it just folds in on itself like that. It's really small, really lightweight, really compact. This whole thing is washable. It actually just totally comes off. Has a little clip up here. So it's just the little frame. These actually come off as well if you really wanted to lay it super flat, if you needed it in a bag or something like that. And this guy just rolls up into nothing. This actually has these little Velcro strips on the side, and it came, sorry, my 2-year-old's in here with me. It actually came with these little washcloths that would Velcro on it. So it's actually a swaddle bath, which was nice in the beginning for a newborn just at home. But for a traveling option, this kind of a thing works really well. So I'm going to take it with me on this overnight trip. I don't know for sure that the baby's going to need a bath, but I'm going to just leave it in the car just in case. It's a really, really easy option. I got this at Walmart for, I want to say, $12 or something. Now, I cannot remember if that was the actual price or if that was maybe on sale. Either way, very cheap item. And my baby is 6 months old, and she still pretty much fits on this. You know, it's not super great, but for traveling, it's a way to go option. I really like it. Say we're all clean. We got our bath and we're all clean and ready to go. Huh? All clean. Petey baby. Ooh, yeah. Oh my gosh, y'all. It is 9 o'clock at night and I'm still packing. Everybody is fed and on their way to bed and bathed and pretty much ready to go tomorrow, so that's all good. I still have to take a shower and get myself ready, but while I still kind of have everything out to some degree, I wanted to run you through all of the fun paraphernalia that you have to have if you are a pumping mom and you are traveling. This is just the system that I have come up with that I like the best. It's going to be different for everyone, of course. But really quick, just to kind of recap, if you're new here and you don't know us, our last baby, Nova, was born with a really severe cleft palate. So she is bottle fed with a special bottle system just for cleft palate babies. But I do try to pump as much as I can for her. Plus we have to supplement with formula. So I'm going to kind of run you through really quick all the stuff that I have to take just to feed her. Alright guys, so here it is. Look at all that stuff. So I have a pair of cordless, tubeless pumps. These are the Willow pumps. No, I'm not selling these in any way, but these are the ones that I did get. This is probably the most expensive item that I have for sure, but these are the wearable pumps. And these actually come with the containers that have the flange. So these are the reusable containers. I'll pull it out here. So this part actually fills up with milk and it has the spout on the top there. And it's washable and reusable. It also comes with the special bags as well, but the whole reason that I got these was for the reusable pumps, or reusable containers, excuse me. And this is what I use when I am on the go. So while we are driving and going back and forth, and I just can't really plug in totally. I can plug in with a USB with my regular pump as well, but it is so much harder just getting all of that together. So I use these for when I am literally on the go. I do, however, use a regular breast pump as well with the regular flanges and bottles. Because I don't find these to be as efficient as a regular pump. So if I don't really have to use these, I do prefer to use the regular pump just for the everyday. So I'm going to pack both of them for this trip. And yes, it's a lot more stuff to take, but it's just kind of the way I prefer to do it. So I have the charger for these pumps, the charger for my regular pump. And then we have, I'm just going to take 3 bottles and wash them. That way I'm not taking too much stuff. This guy over here is really cool. Let's see if I can do this one-handed. Sure enough, I couldn't do it one-handed. Anyway, this is a Tommee Tippee brand, and this is a on-the-go bottle warmer thermos. So this top part comes off, and this is the cup. This is just a regular thermos. So you open it. This has some water in it right now. Pour your water in. The water stays scalding hot. And then you just warm your bottle up in this. So you don't need any electricity. It works really well. And other than being a little bit bulky, I really, really like this system. So I'm going to take that for on the go while we're driving for sure. That's kind of my warmer that I keep with me all the time. The other thing that I absolutely love for traveling, and I'll leave a link for this below. I found it on Amazon. This is a portable bottle drying rack. This thing is really cool. All these little bits and pieces fit in these different stands. There's a bunch of them here. It comes with its own bottle brush. This part just screws onto here for a bigger handle, and then there's the nipple cleaner here. And then it can stand up in here. I'll show you how this works later when we're actually using it. But it is so awesome for on the go. The reason I got this was because whenever we have traveled, if we're staying at someone's house or something, I always feel bad because I'm taking up a bunch of counter space with towels or their dish drainer or something along those lines, trying to dry all of our bottles and keep them clean. So this is really compact. I mean, you can see how big it is. Very compact on the counter space, and it's not bad. This is supposed to fit a travel-sized dish soap. I actually was not able to find one at the store when I went to go do it, but a little hack. Go to the travel size section with all of the toiletries and bathroom stuff and get one of these little silicone bottles that you can fill up with whatever you want. They work great for putting dish soap in or whatever kind of soap that you want to, wash your bottles with. And it fits in here really nicely. And it all just fits together in this little case. You can slip it in your diaper bag or whatever. And it works really, really well. I love that little one. Anyway, so all of this plus our formula, and I already have packed away the milk storage bags. This is all going to go in a cooler. I have this soft cooler here. It works really well. I have this smaller little bag to put the pumps in so that they don't get wet. But everything can kind of fit into one cooler so that when you're on the go, you can just take the bottles, keep them in there. You can take your milk that you've just pumped, even if it's just staying in these little containers for the wearable pumps. You just throw it all in the cooler and deal with it whenever you get to your destination, so you're not dealing with stuff while you're driving, or even just parked somewhere. But yeah, that is all the stuff, plus a little bit more, that I take with me to feed our little Nova. Alright, y'all, don't mind me. Just got out of the shower finally. Chris and I got the kids down and we are headed to bed. But before we go, I just really quickly wanted to wrap up all of this packing stuff. The one thing that I forgot to mention about all of the pumping paraphernalia is the different bras that you have to take. So for the regular pump, I have to take a pumping bra because I double pump. If you're pumping and you do not have a pumping bra, you need to go out and get one immediately. It makes life so much better. I had no idea until somebody forced me to use one, and now I have a couple of them. But I highly, highly recommend it. So we have the pumping bra for the regular pump, and then I have to use a nursing bra for the wearable pumps. That's just what they recommend, and it does make it a lot easier. And then I have my regular bras as well. So that is kind of also the extra little bit of stuff that I have to take for pumping. The other thing that I wanted to kind of show you, it's a cool little thing that I got off of Amazon. We have a 2-year-old who we're potty training right now. She's still in diapers, but she's doing pretty well with the potty training. The tough part about potty training, especially when you're traveling, is getting them to go, in public bathrooms or wherever you're staying or whatnot, if it's not at home. So what I got has worked really well for our kiddo so far. Comes in a little bag, and it is a foldable, portable potty seat. Ta-da! froggy. Okay, so I'm not going to say that this is the most sturdy piece of equipment. It has never pinched her when she sat on it, but I do kind of put her on it carefully so that hasn't happened. But she likes this thing. We used it at home for a little while, just off and on, so that she would get used to it. And now she thinks that it's fun. It's her froggy potty. And it works really well. So when we're out, I don't normally use a lot of public bathrooms with her, especially when we're driving. But like when we get to my in-laws or wherever we're going, this kind of thing works really well for her. But it's collapsible, just like that. And it fits in a diaper bag or whatever really easily. Anyway, this was also super cheap on Amazon. I'll leave a link for this. And that is just one of my little tricks for potty training. Alright, and last but not least, the diaper bag. What do I pack in the diaper bag for a longer trip? Now, this is going to sound a little odd probably, but I actually have 2 different diaper bags that I will take on a bigger trip like this. I have a small little diaper bag that I use for kind of everyday things, and I will pack that with my general everyday kind of stuff and sort of just leave it in the car. But what I'm going to be like taking into my in-laws house where we're staying is this bigger backpack one that I have, because this is going to have all the diapers for 2 kiddos, all the wipes, a bunch of burp cloths because we go through a lot of those with Nova, and then just a couple of other things, and this just houses all of that much easier. And this way what I do is whenever I get there, I kind of just set up like a little changing station off in the corner somewhere, and this just has everything that I need in it, and I don't really have to take this in and out of the house when we make smaller trips out to do stuff, and it just makes it a lot easier. So here is what I have in this bigger one. First of all, a wet dry bag. This thing is a lifesaver. All of you moms that do cloth diapering, you know all about this. A lot of you have used this for swimwear and stuff, but I totally recommend these for dirty clothes from blowouts. In my case, I use it for all of the dirty burp cloths that we go through. It's just a place that I can put them, that I can just throw this whole thing in the wash when we get home, and it keeps the smell down, and it's really great. So I keep one of those with me everywhere I go. I have a snack bag for our trip there, and while we're driving, I just kind of have random goodies in there. When the girls get older, I will probably pack them separate snack bags so they're not fighting over anything. As of right now, though, the 2-year-old is pretty much just thankful for whatever she's handed. So she's kind of at the mercy of her 7-year-old sister, but that works with just one for now. I pack, oh gosh, I don't know if you can see in here. Probably not. There we go. I have 12 diapers of each size. And this is just an overnight trip, so that's probably overkill, but it is way easier to just pack. You know, I have 24 diapers in here, and it really doesn't even fill the thing up at all. So it's not that big of a deal to have extra. If I were to ever run out, which I have before, I can always go to the store and get more. Not that big of a deal. But 12 per kid is more than enough for our overnight stay. In the back here, I do have, I think I packed probably 12 burp cloths. Is that too many? No, it's not. We go through a lot of burp cloths. Because of Nova's cleft palate, she has reflux and sucks in a lot of air and a few different things, so we go through a lot of spit up. Anyway, and I have a whole pack of wipes here as well. In my other diaper bag, I have all of the little things that you might need. I also keep some diaper rash cream in here, and that comes in handy. Alright, so I am pumping for the last time and headed to bed. We are pretty much all packed up and ready to go. The only other thing I would recommend doing is definitely making a list. Even if you are not a list person, make a list. There's so much stuff going on. Just do it. Just make the list. Make the list. And we will see you in the morning. Good morning. So you may think that we would just be able to get up and get breakfast and get going, but we actually have a couple of things we have to do this morning before we can go. My mom is out of town, and when she is, we try and help my dad out with feeding out at the farm, and so I'm going to pack up the girls and do that after we grab some breakfast. Get that done, come home, and hopefully get ready to go and get out of here in a decent time. So let me get some coffee first. You hungry? You hungry, Bubba? Alright, so the animals are fed out at the farm. We are home. I am going to load up the car, pump one last time, feed the baby, and then we are out of here. Alright, so we got to my in-laws fine, and I go to pump for the first time since I've been here, and this is a perfect example of why I bring more than one pump. Sometime between this morning when I used my regular pump and when I got here, one of the little rubber like diaphragm pieces on the pump got a big tear in it somehow, and so that side isn't even working, and I double pump, so I was able to use my regular pump on one side and my wearable pump on the other side, and it's working fine. And then I can just use my wearable pumps again later if I need to, but if I didn't have that, I would be like in a really bad way. So I'm really glad that I brought all of that extra stuff with me, because if I didn't, it'd be a nightmare. So good morning. So we are headed to Nova's doctor's appointment. It's early in the morning, but as usual, I'm running late. So I'm gonna get out of here and just pray that traffic isn't bad. Alright, so we just got out of Nova's appointment. It was kind of a long one. We had a lot to do. And this appointment, we found out that she is going to need to have ear tubes put in. Not the best news, but we knew that this was going to be a possibility. So there's that. Anyway, it went pretty good though. So we are just getting a bottle, and then I'm going to be headed out to my sister-in-law's place where my mother and father-in-law are taking the other two girls. We're just going to meet them there. We're going to hang out for a while, and then we are headed home. So I'm also going to pump one more time, probably while I'm driving on the way over there. And yeah, going to get this done.
Oh, 1 mile in fog patches and showers.
Okay, it has been a long day. It's about 3 o'clock, and I have not actually eaten yet, so we are going to grab some food, for me anyway, on the way out of town, and then we are headed home. It's been a long trip, even though it's just overnight. It's been like this basically all day, so I'm looking forward to being home. So I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Traveling with kids is not super easy. It's not always fun. There's a lot of crying. There's a lot of logistics that go into it depending on how long you're gone. But Chris and I really do enjoy taking the kids with us, even if it's just overnight or weekend trips, because we enjoy sharing those experiences with our kids, getting them out, showing them new things, and doing it all as a family is really important to us. So even though it can be a pain in the butt for sure, especially if you're pumping or you have any little extra thing going on, but there are always ways around it, and I would totally encourage people to, you know, deal with the little headaches here and there for the bigger overall shared experience of taking your kids places and doing things with them. Not going to say that I wouldn't like a babysitter every once in a while, and it's not that we, you know, don't ever go anywhere without the kids, but we do definitely prefer to take them with us when we go places. So I would totally encourage people to at least try it and make that happen.